Hi everyone, it's Stacy from PeonyLaneDesigns.com. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, click the little blue button. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, comment down below, like this video, and click the bell icon to be notified. Oh, it's that time of the month again to talk about what's sold. Ignore what's going on back here. I've got some projects coming up and I'm like stocking the stuff and it's just, this is starting to look bad. I have to do something about that. Anyway. This is it. Hair. 3 little stacks. So let's not get too excited. It was an okay month. I did $100 more than I did last month. Not even my average. So October was a rough month. For those of you who are like, is October over yet? Because this is going up on, I don't know what day it is today. Pick It is a 5-day sale. So it is just 5 days at the beginning of the month, pick up the check before the end of the month. So I'm in the process of getting ready for the November sale, which is the kickoff to Christmas, and that stuff went in yesterday. So this is just what's sold in that 5 days. And for those of you who are like, that's not enough time and you got to get in a store that's open all the time, it's an event, okay? The 5-day sale is an event. So we have more people come through our doors in those days than most people see all month. Let me just put it that way. Because there's a time limit. So I get comments all the time about how I need to be in a store that's open all the time and all this stuff. It's like, okay, I understand, but you're not understanding what Pick It's like. And we've had a few new vendors who have come in from the antique mall and they were shocked by the amount of people that are coming through our doors. And one was very exhausted by the running. It's a lot of work when the customers are there and we're helping customers and you're running and running and running and running and running, and it's a lot of work. And for people who have been at an antique mall where you kind of sit at a counter and you wait for people to come up and buy things, you're not used to the pace. So it's a very fast-paced sale. I'm telling you, it works. It creates a sense of urgency that they have to be there during these 5 days or they're going to miss it till next month. So we get people lining up. We have people that this is on their calendar. They come every month and they're buying. So in that same 5-day period, I have made more than I have at other stores that I've been at that are open every week. I don't know what to tell you. That's just the way it is. That's just, it works. But anyway, we're going to go through the 3 little stacks that I have. This one is the no tax credit card. I always love that, though. No tax usually means that's a vendor, another vendor, or we have other vendors from other stores who come in and shop our store because our prices are ridiculously low. So it looks like my first thing to sell was orange boots. Those are the little planter, little flower orange boots. Pumpkin napkin rings, all 3 sets of the pumpkin napkin rings. Here's the thing. I've had those in my garage forever. I was finally cleaning out inventory in my garage and I found the pumpkin napkin rings and off they go. That's it. For the no tax. Now we have the cash stack. This is stuff that people paid cash for. Again, not very big, so don't get excited. That's not my hair. That's somebody else's hair. Gross. Okay. The Diet Coke purse sold. Yay. I dropped the price down to $24, which is pretty much at cost. But it sold and I can't return it. So I had to do something. Purple ribbon, $1. So we had it was on Sunday, 90 cents. So on Sunday, there's a 10% discount. And unfortunately, a lot of the customers have been trained to come back on Sunday. 10% doesn't seem like a lot until it's a month like this month, and you're realizing it's a lot. Anyway. The book wallet sold too. Dropped that down to 19. So that was another wallet that looked like a little book. I need to get rid of it. That's basically at cost. The Cute Noodles purse also sold at $26. That, again, I had to get rid of it. Vintage Values pin. Yay. So I put firm on that. This sold on Sunday. And they wrote firm. So you can write that on any of the products that you want, that you're not going to take the 10% discount on that. These Vintage Values pins, it says vintage style, not vintage values. They were a little more expensive when I bought them. They're the metal enamel pins, that I did not want to take less for them because I didn't double the cost, because I knew I wouldn't be able to get double the cost. And I'm making very little on it, so I firmed it. The plaid chair sold $45. That's the one that I got at the All City sale for $5. All I did was carry it into the shop, made 40 bucks. Magnet, $6. I don't know which one. I didn't write which one. A spool, wooden spool, $3. No. This was the vintage spool. This was the long one with the green on it. That was the $3 one, because I'm like, why would I charge $3 for a wooden spool? The old vintage spools with the little metal on the end is like for a spinning wheel. $3. The Pyrex vintage canisters. Thank you, Janet. $18. I only sold 2 of the 3 that she gave me because the third one has marker on it and I couldn't get it off. So I didn't include it. So I sold those for $18. A Swedish cloth, $4. Ooh, my stomach's growling. I need to have breakfast. I haven't had breakfast yet. Swedish cloth, I don't remember. I think that was like, so there's the Swedish washcloth. That's not what this was. I believe it was like a small decorative cloth. Yeah, it was a little embroidered cloth, I believe. Ribbon, $3. So that's, again, we had our craft supplies in there. They're leaving this month. Paint, $10. I did know that sold. All the paints, all the quartz are gone now. Brown bottle, $3. 2 brown bottles, $3, $3. Yay. Those little bottles are kind of annoying. And now we've got the last stack, and this is the credit card one. So I do pay a credit card fee for all of these transactions. It's deductible. You just deal with it. All right, so this sold on Sunday. So there was a 10% discount to bias tapes, $1.80. Otherwise, it would have been $2. Ghost candle holder, $8. I don't remember it. I remember a little one, but I still have it. I packed it yesterday when I was bringing the Christmas stuff in, so not sure which one that is. Rick Rack, $1. This is a brand new package of Rick Rack. I had scored a giant bag of Rick Rack and seam binding for like $4. And I mean, it was a giant Ziploc bag just stuffed with them. And then I marked all of them $1, and I've made more than the $4 back by selling them at $1 a piece, even if they sell on Sunday. They're great bowl fillers, and the quilters in our area, when you put seam binding for $1 and then the junk journalists for the Rick Rack, oh my gosh, they're so excited that they found this for $1. And I'm like, can't you get it at a thrift store? Like 50 cents? I don't know. I don't look at it at thrift stores. I just know I scored that giant bag. vintage wall pocket, $19. That was a green wall pocket with cherries on it. I'm glad it's gone. It's been in there for a minute. I had it at 35. I dropped it to 19. But I didn't pay anywhere near 19 for it, so I'm okay. The Hush bookmark and vintage blue lace, $6 for the two. So the Hush bookmark is one that I designed, and then the blue lace is, again, another. I just wrapped it around cardboard. I found vintage lace pieces in a bag, and then I wrapped them around cardboard, stuck a pin in them, and marked them. You just never know. Like, I found a whole bag full of lace, and I bought it because I don't remember, I had a project or something. But then what are you going to do with the rest of the lace? Sell it. Okay. Van Bigot's magnet. That was $6. Van Bigot's, not books. Cauldron, $2. It was a little mini cauldron with 2 little white pumpkins in it. They left the white pumpkins, but it says white pumpkins on it, so $2 for the cauldron. Believe in Yourself magnet, that's the Bigfoot magnet. Believe in yourself, even if no one else does, $6. Tags, $1. I think that's a craft supply. I know it was a craft supply. I have more that didn't sell. So $1 for a bunch of little tags. Again, it's like a junk journal-y thing. Set of 3 serving boards. Oh, good. That sold $13. It's like a charcuterie serving boards thing. I paid like $2 for it because Victoria wanted to have a charcuterie party for her friends. And then I'm like, I don't want these damn boards, right? So $13. Mark it up and move it on. Pumpkin candle holder. Another one? $6. I do not remember having 3 pumpkin candle holders. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember this. I might be menopausal. I didn't think I had that many. Oh, because the ghost has, I'm thinking of the one that I wrapped, and it's a ghost with a pumpkin. Maybe I'm confused. I'm clearly confused. I need more coffee. The bug appetizer boat. So it was a big, long, green, crickety appetizer boat, $12. Rag rug, $14. I pick those up all the time for like $1. And usually it's because they're dirty. Take them to I get a bunch of stuff that has to be washed, and I take it up to the laundromat in the big XL machine, and I do like quilts and rag rugs and all this stuff in one big batch for $5. And then the dryer is like $4, and like $9 later, they're all clean. Quiz later magnet. $6. That was one that says, my husband listens like he doesn't think there's going to be a quiz later. My husband listens like he doesn't think there's going to be a quiz later. Cocktail napkins, $6.50. I don't know which ones those are, but they're $6.50. Nope, $6. Because we can't do $6.50. So they were $6.50 at Vintage Junkie. They dropped the price to $6 for me. Toothpick holder, $3. I had acquired a bunch of toothpick holders, and some sold and some didn't. And so finally I'm like, drop the price. $3. 2 packages of Rick Rack, $2. Again, those junk journalers are happy to get them. Rick Rack, seam binding, and baby Rick Rack. So the baby Rick Rack was $2. Okay. So $4 total on that tag of just the bowl fillers. Ragdoll, $16 for 2 Raggy Ann and Andy dolls. They're older. I got them at Naomi's garage sale. And then vintage lace, 594 inches, $6. Again, it was a long piece of lace, and I just wrapped it around a cardboard and used it as a bowl filler. I'm telling you. Okay. That's it. That's all I sold. I know it's not much, but if you have a vintage booth and you're not filling your bowls with things like rickrack, seam binding, I'm surprised I didn't sell any cookie cutters because the cookie cutters were a mess. I'm really surprised I didn't sell any cookie cutters because they were a mess and it looked like some were gone. So I'm wondering if somebody else doesn't have my tag. That happens every once in a while. Other vendors will get somebody else's tag. But if you're not doing that, you're missing out. Fill your bowls. Little things, buttons, like actual pins that you put on your jackets and stuff like that. Vintage buttons and pins, or buttons from clothing in little jars. And people, for some reason, love all the littles, the little stuff. And I just package up the rickrack, put plastic wrap over them, stick them in a bowl. They're in a cheese box, actually. The seam binding and rickrack are just stacked up in a cheese box. They like things like postcards. Oh my gosh. You don't think about the postcards, but the postcards are a thing. Vintage postcards. If you ever find ephemera of any kind, put that in there. They're looking for that stuff. So I fill every bowl. I fill the bowls with like cookie cutters are big for me. I get $2 a piece for cookie cutters. I rickrack, seam binding, buttons. What else? Jewelry, vintage jewelry. I usually like clip those, pin them to playing cards or some kind of cardboard backing, or put them in a plastic. Fill the bowls. Fill all the bowls. You just never know what somebody's going to want. And sometimes it's the smalls that make your rent. I always say walls and smalls. So things that you hang on the wall and things that you can put in a bowl. You can make your rent on that. But that's it for me. That's everything that's sold in October. And you guys said you liked these videos, so we're going to continue doing those. But next week, we are going to be back with another Christmas craft, and it's a good one. I'm excited about it. So thanks for watching, you guys. Happy junkin'. Bye.
Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more junkin' videos.